Wonder Woman issue number 19. That's right, folks. This is the end of this era of Wonder Woman. King is still going to be writing the book. That is going to happen. But we wrapped up this arc, whatever that means specifically. I find that very interesting. I wonder why it's 19 and not 20. Seems like a weird issue to end on is 19. But I guess we've had tie-ins and stuff to other books. So I guess it would have normally ended at 15. And we had a couple extra ones, or 16, something like that. Whatever. I think this is a satisfying ending, to say the least. It is kind of just, yep, she did it. But at this point in the book, I think what we want to see is Diana just pantsing this guy. And she pantses him in a very specific way. Not like his pants are literally off, but articles of clothing do come off with this so-called king. So we open up this issue and we see a woman screaming because she is about to give birth, and this is her punishment for the lies that she has committed. We know who it is if we've read the first issue. We'll come back to her in a minute here. But first we're going to intersperse with what we were also doing in Wonder Woman 800, which is the start of Trinity and the King of America and his lies and all that stuff, the Sovereign, having their conversation. So he says to her, well, this was it. She got our lasso of lies. She took all of our money. Her little monkey friend ruined our secrets. She took down our house. We were literally at the end of our rope, and she came to the White House to kick our ass. And before we see what happens with Wonder Woman kicking their ass, we cut to the present day or the future, where the narration that we've seen throughout the whole book is happening in. The Sovereign is arrested. Lizzie's holding up the lassos and talking to him. And he's like, you are a really annoying lady. Why don't you just shut up? That's essentially where the story ends, because he still has his pride and his ego. He doesn't want to admit that he was beaten up more. But he tries to call her out on some shit you think you won this? You're just like her. You're stupid and annoying. And none of this really matters. You know? She's like, well, by Amazonian law, I still have the right to kill you. He's like, Amazonian law? Do dead women still have laws? You ignorant girl, do you think I care? I know about the Wonder Wars and what happened there. And then we cut to a couple panels and pages where all the Amazons are dead on a beach. And we see Donna and Yara and Cassie, and Wonder Woman's got a dagger in her chest, and it's the style of the American flag piercing in her chest, killing Diana. She's also got a little bit of gray in her hair, so it's some time away. We see Trinity grow up without a mother. It's some time away from now, but she's dead. And she's like, how would you know that? That's not good. It's the dagger. The dagger is very important to this story in our family. Of course I know what it is. She's like, well, finish your story then. And he's like, well, ask me to. She's like, no, I'm not going to. Well, beg me then. Beg me to finish the story. He's like, no, it's not over. He brings up the name Lisa, because Lisa's an important figure later on, as we'll get to that, or Lisa, however you want to say it. And it's somebody that we know Trinity is feuding with, so we'll cut back to who that is in a minute here. But he has to finish his story. So we cut back to the story where Wonder Woman's entering the White House. She breaks down the door. He's like, okay, I surrender. Whatever you demand, whatever you want, take it. I'm done. We clearly can't survive anymore. And this is clearly the part of the story he doesn't want to tell Trinity about, because it's him being a big coward. He's really has his hands together please don't hurt me. Diana's like, are you kidding me? Mother, give me the strength not to hurt this guy. She also calls out to the skies. It is time for that. And a magical dagger appears in her hands, kind of in the shape of the one that's going to kill her later. We also get another page where we are seeing the woman giving birth. And who is helping her give birth? It is none other than Etta Candy who's helping her give birth. We'll come back to what that is later. Diana's holding the dagger. She flips over the desk that's right in front of the king. And he gets on his knees begging, don't, please, I'll do anything you want. Just don't kill me, please. Anything. She's like, anything, I'll do anything. He's like, I already told you what I want. Stand up. So he gets up. She's like, take off your jacket. So he starts to take off his jacket. He's like, take off your shirt. He's like, what? Take off your shirt. So he starts to take off his shirt, and we see that intersecting with the stuff in the future. So we see the back shot of the future version explaining it to Trinity, and the shirt of him, and the panels of him unbuttoning. And then she hands him the dagger, and he's like, what? He's like, yeah, I want it to be like set in writing, like what happened to you and what you did to this country and what you did to me. I will consider it like an offering of peace for like what you caused my people and the things that you've done to them. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, no, you understand. And she touches his chest like, there you go. And for a second, you're thinking like, oh, is he supposed to kill himself? Maybe that's what's going on, but we know he's still alive. So he's obviously etching something into his chest. And Diana's looking on at him with this furious look like, you know what you did. Why don't you put it in like writing, you son of a bitch? And it made him so pissed off, like how small he felt, how pathetic he was. It was sad that this is what became of him. So he finishes writing it. I guess I kind of spoiled it there. He finishes writing it, and he's like, is it done? He's like, yeah, okay, now what? Well, now you'll renounce your throne, you'll surrender your lasso, and you're going to be taken to Paradise Island, and you're going to, be justly tried for the crimes you did against my people. And he's like, so there's not going to be any more violence? Like, no, there's not going to be any more violence, because violence was your weapon. It's not mine. And then we see what happened in the future or present, depending on how you look at this book. He chose violence and she chose love, and carved into his chest so the world can see it, which I think would be hard to write when someone else is like, when you don't look at it, it says lair sprawled across his chest, right over the nipple, because we can't see the nipple. Oh, wait, no, there it is, just kind of hidden away. I guess he's an older man. Things tend to sag a little low. So there you go. He confessed. He is a liar. The things he did are not actually the things that happened. And he told the truth to Trinity. Things are not going well for him or his people. So it's done. He's now locked away. Now, we then cut to Etta Candy holding a baby because she just helped deliver a baby. Who is the baby? The baby is named Lysa. And we'll talk about it more. There's a lot going on in these past couple of pages. The woman who is giving birth is Amelie. She is the woman from the first issue of the run that initially started the war against the Amazons, because she was the one that freaked out in the bar and killed a bunch of people. Well, now she has given birth. And the entire time she was giving birth, she was kind of freaking out, just saying, this is my punishment. God, forgive me. Hera, forgive me. All that kind of stuff. So she gives birth to a child with white hair, a beautiful little girl, and something tells me that's going to come into play of what's going on. Bad stuff. I'm going to assume, and it's not cleared out in the book or spelled out, I think Amelie was raped, and this is the child of the sovereign, or just like of the lineage of someone that is the enemy. We know this child's going to grow up to have like issues and history with Trinity. So when this happened, it could be now, but it's kind of weird to say where it's happening, or if like history itself is being changed or whatever, because Trinity doesn't really understand what that means. Like, what is happening? Haven't you been paying attention, Trinity? Did you not follow, or did you not notice who fell away from my tellings? We began with Amelie and her child, and now fittingly they end our story, as they ended your mother's, and soon they will end yours. So, the last page of this book is Etta looking out the window, holding the baby like, don't worry, you just gotta be patient. Wonder Woman is going to save us. And outside is like some weird Nazi propaganda of people in militant outfits with weird masks and ears being like mice men. The mouse man knows, and it's like the weird giant mice that people are riding. And I don't know if this is the past or the present or the future or how you say it, but it's kind of creepy, very disturbing. Really, really specific way to end this book, and I genuinely don't know where we're going next. So that's kind of cool, right? Where do we go from here? I don't know. We pants the Sovereign, so that's always a bonus, and now it's just like a mess. It looks great. Once again, I think Sam Pear's art is incredible, immaculate, really fun to see some of this stuff. And then just coming back together with the stuff with Amelie, it's great. It's really fun. I love that in the end, the Sovereign was just a completely big wimp who's an asshole. I think that's awesome. So where are we going from here? I don't know. The Wonder War is still among us, the Amazonian War or something. We'll see. But my goodness, is it not looking pretty for a bunch of people? So, Wonder Woman issue number 19. I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.